Hey everybody, welcome back to the warbossfitz channel. I am warbossfitz, and this is the Adepticon After Action Report. So as many of you may know out there, I spent the week at Adepticon working with the one-page rules crew. Now, let me tell you what happened as the days progressed. On Wednesday, I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning and decided that I was going to drive what turned into a 7-hour drive to Milwaukee. Thank you, Chicago. I love driving through Chicago every time. Oh my God. So finally I get to Adepticon and we set up the vendor booth. This year I actually had an exhibitor badge. I didn't have to sneak in like some little hood rat. We all were giddy with anticipation of how Adepticon was going to go. Everybody knew it was going to be great, especially when we started pulling out our plastic stuff that is coming out here in the next couple weeks and just laying it out on the table and playing with it ourselves, just feeling all of the weight behind it. I was like, oh, this is going to be great. Let me just drop into a little plug right now. Unfortunately for one-page rules, their shipping container got stopped in customs. So what that means is right now you guys are still in the pre-release window for all of the Broken Truth stuff. So if you go on GameFound right now, whenever you watch this till about 1 or 2 weeks after this video comes out, there's going to be a pre-release discount on all of those boxes. A pretty nice discount too. So if you desire the one-page rules plastic, there is no better time to get it than right now. So after we got done with the setup, I was told, hey, none of the demo models are painted. What? I was told this beforehand. I did not know the scale. It was something like 90-something models need to be painted. So I brought my painting equipment. I brought like 30 pounds of stuff to finish off these demo models. So after a run to a quick trip to fuel ourselves up on spicy lemonades, we dug right in there. There was about 4 or 5 of us that started off with the painting, huddled around a one tiny table with the 2 chairs they give you in the hotel room and using the sunlight through the window to try to help us paint. Later on that night, I was asked by James from 2 Bottles Emporium, who was also with us there, if I wanted to go to the YouTuber creator thing. It started at 4. It was about 5 o'clock at that point. I was like, yeah, why not? Let me give it a shot. Let me see what's going on here. Well, we made it all the way over there, and the only person that we saw was Brent from Goobertown Hobbies. And I would have loved to talk with Brent, but he was so swarmed with people at that point. I was like, meh, I'll talk to him later. Back to the hotel room, we got to get this painting done. This painting went on until 2 o'clock in the morning. We had people that were bowing out, people that were just not up for marathon painting streams. And I know he's going to hate this, but at one point I handed Scott, who was a local here, who you guys have seen on the channel, which he wasn't part of the OPR team, but he went to Adepticon and me and him were hanging out an awful lot. I handed him some models and said, dry brush these white. And then I took my eyes off of them. And then I turned over and I saw this. And I just had to be like, what did you do? And then he proceeded to tell me to F off. We were good and drunk at that point, so it was just fun. So because of that, he has told me that I should do a video on some basics like how to dry brush. Because what he did, I don't even know what you classify that as, but it was definitely not dry brushing. Love you, Scott. So at 2 o'clock in the morning, the models are done. It is a pass out time. We got up in the morning, 6 a.m., putting stuff in boxes, moving things around. We had to go set up our tables down in room 106 where we had all the demos going on, and we had the play and takes, and we had horde mode games, and that's going to be where our tournament was going to be the next day. So we went down there, we helped get that all set up. And Bum from Gaming Geek had lent us a whole lot of terrain. He was down there setting up the tables, along with Haven. One of the OPR guys brought a whole bunch of terrain. Him and his family. Haven, Kala, and Chris, they were great. They were troopers the whole time. They played in a lot of the events as well, so you'll see them in the videos that I have coming out. They'll be background there. Or you'll see them yelling across the room at people. It was great. So once we got that all set up, we met back up in the exhibition hall, and I found out that I was going to be a booth girl all weekend. Apparently because I'm enthusiastic and I know how to talk to people, and I have no fear when it comes to people. Some people are socially awkward. I'm like, I don't care. I'll talk to anybody. Also, let me cut a couple short videos for here on YouTube. Some of those are doing a whole lot better than I thought they would. So as Thursday went on, I probably gave 20 or 30 demos at the table. I was talking myself hoarse to everybody that showed up. I had people that were talking to me about the GameFound thing, telling me, like, I don't have anything to sell you here for the starter sets, but if you go to the website and you sign up right now, you get it for cheaper on there. Which, again, if you want it, sign up on GameFound. It's cheaper right now. There's no reason not to. Don't wait. Don't wait. Then Thursday wound down, and I had set something up. The Lords of the Midwest, the new OPR channel. I'd been talking with them and decided we're going to do a battle report. We're going to record a battle report at Adepticon on Thursday night, so we met for battle report. I am not going to spoil it. I'm in the middle of editing it right now. It's going to be coming out soon, so we'll just let that sit right there. You guys can wait with bated breath. So that brings us to Friday. I was going to be up in the booth all day, shaking babies, kissing hands, as you do. But I was trying to run down to the tournament to see what was going on every chance I did. So at my lunch break, I ran down there and I spotted this in the wild. Somebody actually bought my merch and brought it to Adepticon. This guy, me and him hung out, had a few interactions. He's awesome. I didn't ask if I could put him on YouTube, so that's why I blurred his face. But, great guy. So after that fun interaction, I ran back upstairs, did some more booth stuff, came down just in time to see them, do the awards. I took some pictures of the armies on my own there. But again, I wasn't running the tournament. I didn't get all of the nitty-gritty. And that takes us into Saturday, which Saturday morning started with a really fun interaction. I love the guys who don't think, just charge. They want to know all the competitive details. And they sent me this on Discord. It's true. 9 a.m., I had already started drinking spicy lemonades. And I had no idea what any of the tournament did. So I talked with James. He was the one that was running the tournament down there, trying to get information on all the lists that were in the tournament. I was like, okay, well, just send it to me on BCP because we use BCP to write it up. But most people brought paper lists and had no idea what BCP was. So most of the information is lost in the wind. The only one I'm sure of is first place. This is the list. All the other lists, poof, into the ether. But he ran a whole bunch of beefy war demons and apparently won all of his games by a lot. So after that, I went back up to the booth, talked with more people. I had people ask me if they could take a selfie with me. This felt really weird for me because it still hasn't sunk in yet that I do YouTube and people know me. People are asking, can I take a selfie with you? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I don't give a crap. Come on, let's take a picture. So I was taking selfies with people, talking with people, trying to steer them towards OPR talk, but they wanted to steer towards my stuff. I'm like, I'll talk with you later on, but here in the booth, we're talking OPR. And that night, Patreon decided to throw us a party. Rented out one of the local bars, had music, had some food, had an open bar. We got a little rowdy. What happens in Milwaukee stays in Milwaukee. But I had a great time there talking with people, coming up, fans of the channel. I was able to really talk with them about, things that I do in the channel and personal stuff. It was really great talking with people there. And then after the party, we all kind of stumbled back to our hotel. And then that rolls us into Sunday. Sunday was the Titan fight, which I recorded the entire thing. Audio might be borked because we were all yelling and screaming, but I'm gonna edit that up and put it out for you. So expect a lot of carnage and destruction. So at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I said I'm gonna have a 10-year-old that is gonna be up way past his bedtime. I need to start driving home, which I said goodbye to everybody. Made a couple trips to the van. I left with less stuff than I brought because I like to travel light, and I'll find reasons to travel light. We'll leave it at that. And once again, I had to fight through Chicago. God damn it, Chicago, get your shit together. And got back home at about 9 o'clock at night and immediately uploaded stuff onto my computer and started the editing process on the videos to come. So, a lot of people do Adepticon hauls, and I am notoriously cheap because of the 3D printing. All the 3D printing I do, models don't really excite me. But I bought stuff this year. So in good Adepticon video after action tradition, I have a haul to show you. Ta-da! My pile's not nearly as impressive as some of them I've seen, but I like what I got. So we're going to go off in chronological order. Walking around, I think it was on day number 2, I went by the TT Combat table, and I found a Drop Fleet Commander box set. This was in their bargain bin. I saw they had a bargain bin. This was in it. And now I could print these starships, no problem. But for the price point of $15, I'll buy that all day, every day. So expect to see some of these on the board pretty darn soon. And also, from the same booth, I got some of these, I don't even know what to call them. They are ice golems or some kind of alien construct. The only thing that mattered to me was the price. I mean, that's a whole lot of resin. For $6 for $2 a piece for these models, I'm absolutely going to take it. Next thing that I picked up was a new table mat. And walking by the Gray Matter Games booth every day, it was catching my eye. And so finally I went in there and I was like, okay, what do they have on the wall? They had grass mats. I have grass mats. They had desert mats. I have desert mats. They had city maps. I have city maps. What I don't have is a forest map. And for some reason, this deep forest mat just decided that it wanted to go home with me. So expect this on the board in the not too distant future as well. And the next thing that I picked up is I went to the Elric's Hobbies section outside the exhibition hall. And I was just checking some things out. I saw he's got little D&D terrain sets, nothing too crazy. I saw they were $10 a piece. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Well, one of the guys there heard me say that it was interesting, and he says, we got a deal going on. Every one of these sets that we have, plus some more extra stuff. So he pulled this box out, popped it open, he's showing it to me, and I'm thinking, what's it going to be, $200-$300? He goes, $50. I dropped what I had in my hand. I'm like, fucking sold. He pulled it out. Fastest $50 I ever spent. Look at all of this that was in that box. Just amazing. For $50, I don't have like an intended purpose for it yet, but just principle, I'm going to use this as much as I can everywhere. And then finally on the last day, this is after I packed up all of my painting supplies, and I got to see just how thrashed my paintbrushes got. I screwed up. I took my good ones when we did the overnight painting session, and everyone was grabbing them and stuff. It happens. It happens. That's why I usually buy cheap paintbrushes, because I don't care. I thrash them myself. I decided I need to get new paintbrushes. So at the OPR booth, they're showing off the brushes that are OPR branded. We didn't have any to sell. So after looking at the bottom of our demo there, I saw that they were made by Chronicle. And sure enough, Chronicle had a booth. So I walked down there and I got a pack of their wolf hair brushes. I am always very excited about new paintbrushes, because you guys know how much I love painting things. So that, in a nutshell, was my Adepticon experience as the rain's starting to come down now. I would love to give a huge shout out to our crew that was there, Para from OPR, for being awesome and setting everything up so that we can go and do all of this. Then again, Haven, Kara, and Chris, the family that was there with us, freaking amazing. Greg, Scott, David, and Alex, great guys. They were there to help us out at the demo tables, run the booth, and run all the fun stuff downstairs. And then a big shout out, thank you to James and Bum for helping out with all of the terrain downstairs. Bum with his terrain just made everything look amazing, along with the stuff that Haven brought himself. And then James for running the tournament. He's not like, he doesn't play much OPR, but he was running the tournament just because he was like the guy that was available to do it. And he had me on speed dial. I was getting phone calls in the booth for rules questions at the tournaments. It was great. I love it. It was like phone a friend. And then James also was the primary person on the Titan fight, and then I showed up and I just turned it into utter pandemonium because that's just what I do. That's what I do. So thanks guys for sticking around, for watching my Adepticon fun stuff here. I got some work to do. Make sure you check out our sponsors down in the description below. It's printedstarships.com for starships. We got a 20% discount down there if you use that code. And then we have Corvus Terrain. Also, we got a discount code down below. And I hope you guys are having fun playing OPR wherever you are. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye. Woo!